Fred MacGuffin Reviews. The Manhattan Project from 1986. A high school prodigy builds an atomic bomb with stolen plutonium to win the 45th National Science Fair and expose a nuclear weapons lab posing as a medical research facility in Ithaca, New York. This is a dark comedy, sci-fi thriller, and a real nightmare scenario, if you ask me. This was directed by Marshall Brickman, and he does a good job here. This is well made, and it looks good. And he also wrote movies with Woody Allen. It stars John Lithgow, Christopher Collette, Cynthia Nixon, and Jill Elkenberry. This is one I would have loved to have watched in the 80s, and I don't know how I missed out on it. I don't think it was given a wide release in Europe. Of course, back in the 80s, we had the fear of nuclear war, Cold War with Russia, and this movie was definitely a product of that era. For me, the tone of this was all over the place. Paul Stevens, our main character, who's our science prodigy bomb builder, was very annoying. And his motivations were just way off. I mean, what was he thinking? For me, this feels like it's not really a movie you want your teenage kids to be watching. And you don't have much sympathy for Paul and what he's trying to achieve. You just want him captured and put in prison. One movie to check out, which was made 3 years before this one, I think does a better job, is War Games, starring Matthew Broderick and directed by John Badham. War Games gives that anti-war message in a definitely better movie. It's strange that I have a problem with a young teenager walking around with a bomb under his arm, and not with a teenager trying to start World War III on his computer. Go figure. You gotta love the 80s. I'd give this a 2.5 out of 5. Fred MacGuffin Reviews. The Manhattan Project.